What is up, sports fans? We are back for another episode of The Fan in the End. I'm your host, as always, Steven Rychel, the big man to the right of me, Mr. Ben Troupe, and the man on the mic, Mr. Marvin, Powell the third, right beneath me. How are we feeling this morning, gentlemen?
Blessed.
We on as always Marvin Powell for Hall of Fame, and we on LeBron James watch, right? Everybody's waiting to see.
Oh man, yeah, we are. We're on LeBron James watch, unfortunately.
Ben, is there any chance that behind the scenes, him and the Lakers are working something out, and they're gonna surprise all of us?
I don't think so. I think because we all know at this point now from the reports that came out, he said he was leaving. That wasn't the case. The Lakers said they were done, that they were done with it. It's just a goofy situation, and I think the thing the only thing I'm irritated about is what I've heard over the last 2 days is basically that they're waiting for LeBron to make the freaking schedule. Excuse me. One player. Listen. If it's that bad, take the three teams that he's on and put them all on Christmas Day, and then you get them on Christmas Day. Like, what are we doing here? Why are we holding up the NBA schedule being made because of one player? And I get it. It's LeBron. Don't get me wrong with that. I know he brings the fans. I know he brings the ratings. I'm not that stupid or simple. But why are we waiting for it?
Because it's the king. And I'll tell you like this, man. People might not feel comfortable calling him the GOAT, but you ain't never heard someone question him being called the king. Yeah. Why? You got the championships. He gonna have all the records, the longevity. He is the king. If you don't give him the GOAT, you give him that. And for the king, you wait. For the king, you have patience. For the king, you know what I'm saying? You come to the show to see the king. So you can say what you want about all the other great players other than Michael Jordan. When you look at his impact on this game in regards to the numbers, in regards to the fans, in regards to merch, international appeal, the whole nine, man, no one rivals that. When we lose LeBron, we're going to be losing a lot out of the NBA. And there's nobody right now that even comes close, in my opinion, to rivaling his presence and what he is to the game. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you wait. You don't do no schedule until you know where he's going to be, what jersey he's going to wear, what city he's going to be in. You know what I mean? Because either you love him or you love to hate him. Either way, you love him. You know what I mean? And we need him for sports. He's great. He's great drama, even though I don't think he's a dramatic person. But no, man, this is a special time in sports, man. We're losing somebody who's much more than just a legend.
Yeah, and I think you said the best when you say he the king. And let's face it, whatever team he goes to, bro, I mean, they're going to be big time, championship contenders. So that's what it really is. Just saying, okay, we live in the NBA now. You don't know a lot of the players. And it's never been a time where we didn't know at least who the starting five was. Now, you're saying, wait a minute, who was that again? Oh, and basketball players don't wear helmets, do they? No. So that's how he looks in real life, just without a jersey on. Well, who is that? I don't know who that is. The NBA understands this. Until LeBron leaves, we're going to use every ounce of marketing and exposure we can with this dude because he sells. The hardest thing to do in sports is to be marketable and to sell. Well, LeBron has never had that problem. That has never been his problem. If LeBron has earned the right this time around, LeBron said, hey, man, y'all came to me and asked me to do the announcement, by the way, ESPN, when I went to Miami. And then it became a big debacle after I did it. Y'all asked me to do this. People come from, you didn't ask Chris Bosh. You didn't ask, Carmelo Anthony. And when he went over, to the Knicks, you didn't ask all the, you guys didn't ask Kevin Garnett and, and company when they went over to the Celtics. So this time around, he's saying, all right, I got Rich Paul. I got my agent. I got Maverick. They're going to probably have an episode of The Shop talking about it. But LeBron what he's really saying is, too, I'm just going to wait. I am 41 years old. I am the oldest player in the NBA. And I will say this, Steve, but I'm telling you, Philly fans are waiting, boy. And if he goes to Philly, to me, I think it is down to. I mean, I get it, Cleveland. I get it. You know, I want to finish where I started, but you've already done that.
I don't want him in Philly, Ben. I don't want. They don't deserve
from what I'm
that.
hearing,
They don't deserve that, man.
it is the reason why it's those three teams is because each member of his family and his team wants each of those destinations. Rich Paul wants Philadelphia. I think from what I'm hearing, his daughter wants Cleveland, and the wife wants the Warriors. So he's literally being pulled.
California.
He's being pulled three different directions at this point in time.
So the wife has lived in SoCal. She want to know what NoCal looks like, and it's a total.
But here's the thing: and people also tend to forget this too. People forget this too. When he left Miami, he went to LA because of the wife, because the wife wanted to live in California.
Listen, he's a smart man. That's smart. Listen, at this point in his marriage, Savannah better get something. You better do something. So I will say this once again. We're not talking about a guy that's just going to a team. No, he's going to make that team not just playoff contenders, championship contenders, no matter where he goes. NoCal and SoCal, and that's Northern California, Southern California, for those who don't know, it's a total different place. I spent some time in NoCal. I spent some time in SoCal. I'm like, this is not the same state. I mean, as far as like, how it is, but there's a respect level for Steph and Draymond. I get it. And maybe even Steve Kerr. I get that. Spoelstra, hey man, call it what you want, man. You helped me get my first two championships. That's a respect level there. Cleveland, hey man, I'm an Ohio kid from Akron. Philly is the most. Well, no, Miami, because something you said, Marv. It'll be the first time you don't got to worry about playing being a big. Hey, I got Bam, I got Giannis. I can just play. I could bring the ball up. I could just play. LeBron was like, wait a minute, I can play the position. Yeah, you can play full. Really? Yeah. And Philly is that Gilly the Kid, Kevin Hart, all those guys. Every Philadelphian right now is saying the Philadelphians.
LeBron has been a Philly fan for a while, even though it's not like he was a McNabb fan back in the day. He's got some connections here, especially him and Kevin Hart are pretty cool. But I think what it is if you look at the way, if you add LeBron to the roster, the Sixers got a starting five that no one can compete with.
Steve, you can't. But here's the thing: you can't count on Embiid. That's the only issue.
I know,
because it only makes sense if he's there and healthy. If he's there and healthy, then it makes complete sense, right? If he's there, if Embiid is healthy, it makes complete sense.
But here's the thing: if you bring in LeBron, you can sit Joel Moore.
But LeBron don't want you to sit Embiid. He want Embiid to be in the middle so he could be on the outside and do his thing.
Yeah. Can LeBron get? Oh my God, I didn't think about that. Can LeBron get Embiid? Can LeBron get Embiid to embrace just being a simple? Like, look, I know you can shoot threes. No.
If he can embrace staying off the injured list, if he can embrace him in that way, then it'd be.
Let me ask you this, Steven, and I know this word is not allowed to be uttered, whatever you want to say in Philly. If LeBron goes to Philly and does the unthinkable and wins it, does he complete the process? Is it over?
At that point, the process complete. But if you're hearing what he was sitting there saying at Fanatics Fest this weekend, he was bringing up that word you just said, the process, a lot. So I don't know. I don't know.
When people talk about the greatest nicknames in sports, it doesn't get better than the King. It just doesn't. I mean, because here's the thing. LeBron is saying,
we got two kings in two different sports. We got King Henry in the NFL, and we got King James in the NBA.
Well, sorry, but that's freaking dry going on. My fault. I will say this about Bron that Marv keeps stating. People you can talk about any industry, and LeBron can enter the conversation. You go, oh man, this dude, right? Because TV, conquering it. podcasting, which I wouldn't call the show a pod. That's a show. You know, that's not even a marketing done. Visibility. Like, think about America for a second. And I'm not taking away presidents now. You know, Trump, Barack Obama. The two most famous people in America, because Trump is the current president, might be Barack and LeBron. This is no lie. And the reason why I say those two is most people know how most of us don't know how people look in person, right? If you saw LeBron, it doesn't matter where you saw him, you're gonna say that's LeBron. And there's something to say. This how crazy it is. Back when Cam Newton was with Carolina the first time, you know, real suit and tie, clean cut, buttoned up. Do you know how many young black boys thought that every young man on TV with a suit on was Cam? That's Cam Newton. No, it's not. But he had the image of it. LeBron James can go anywhere in the world. Mbappe says his favorite player is LeBron. They said, "Is that why you learned English?" He said, "Yes. Because I want to be able to, like, if I meet him, I want to be able to talk to him. I'm not learning English to speak to my hero." Well, Mbappe, I'll get a chance to meet him. He's Mbappe. But yeah, I would say this, Marv. You said it. They love to hate him or they love him. Either way, they love him. Because no matter what, you're gonna say, "Hey man, he's done it all." And we talk about, I know that Ronaldo said this is gonna be his last World Cup. I know that Messi say he's thinking about retiring. LeBron is like, I'm just thinking about where I'm going next. Because I'm going to keep saying this. LeBron is still starting. He ain't coming off the bench. Because usually when your game get a little, you come off the bench, you become 6-man, 7-man. And LeBron was third.
That's a done deal, though. So
LeBron was the third option for the Lakers last year. And the only reason why he didn't win make all NBA, he didn't play in 65 games. All I'm saying is, whatever team he picks, the other fan bases, they're going to roast him. Oh, my God, because they're waiting patiently, and he picks somebody else. To me, I think his daughter said Cleveland. Oh, man, that's going to be hard to go against.
And remember, you know, when the same thing when he made the decision to go to L.A., the family aspect is the number one aspect. So I think he's in more of a problem because his agent, his wife, and his daughter all went 3 different places. So
yeah,
I mean, they said it was supposed to be yesterday, and here we are, you know, almost 12 hours after the fact, and it's still we still haven't heard anything.
Whatever he decides, whatever's going on in sports will shut down, and it doesn't matter what it is. Now think about it. This is no lie. If LeBron James really wanted to shut down the World Cup for real, if he would have announced it while the game, they would have had to stop.
Breaking news. Hold on, folks.
Who else could shut down? Man, and mind you, that's a respect level he got for it. And I thought it was crazy that the kid, the best player for Spain, is actually a Messi fan, and Messi got a picture holding him as a baby. That is some crazy stuff right there. But LeBron James, he go, "Hey man, when I speak, people listen. Why? Because I'm the king." And I like that, man. He's the king, man. So we'll see where he goes. Let me say something. I don't think it's gonna happen, Bob. But if he did all this to come back to the Lakers, I'm like, LeBron, come on now. But you could have just. I don't think that's gonna happen, but I do think. I mean, you know,
Marvin's holding out hope. And Marvin, your Lakers got another problem to deal with than worrying about re-signing LeBron James right now, right? Y'all got too many guys on the roster.
Yeah.
Y'all got 16 contracted players.
Well, Bronny gone. Bronny gone. Bronny's gonna be gone. We know that. Okay. He gonna be probably in Miami or Cleveland with his dad. I like Dalton Connect. He's a second-year player, I think. He's a good player.
He's not on this proposed chopping block. They said Bronny, Jared Vanderbilt, Jake Rivera, Jaden Hardy, and Dalton Connect are probably the guys that would be let out of their contracts to get them under the proper amount.
Vanderbilt and Connect I mean, I don't know if you really want to let go of them. What you think, man? I mean, I like them as players, to be honest with you. But I think Bronny's gonna be. I think he's okay.
Yeah, Bronny's gonna follow his dad. He's gonna get let go, and they
he gone. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be gone.
I think it's this is the LeBron James effect. When LeBron is letting them know he's leaving, and you got to go get, you got to go re-sign Reeves. You got to bring in these some big, your big three now. That's big money going to three guys. They was like, how do we? Listen, everybody. This happens on every team, but every team isn't the Lakers, which means most teams it doesn't matter. They got players. I mean, if we're being honest, but. The thing about the Lakers right now is, I mean, people don't say this enough.
Mm-hmm.
We understand about the Dallas Cowboys and how big they are to the game, of football. The Lakers are right there, right? Like, let's call LeBron wanted some of that now. Don't get it twisted. LeBron, like, I've been to Miami. I've been to, Cleveland. Hey, man, what the hoopla is about the Lakers? Go out there and see. Oh, okay, now I get it. And certain teams help push the NBA brain. The Lakers help push the brain. Now, Bronny and these other players are going to get let go. They're going to see what the NBA is really like. They're going to be like, oh, it ain't like this? No. You can look at the NFL from that standpoint. I played for the Titans. I played for the Bucks, but then I went to the Raiders. The Titans are in the AFC South, and it's just I love to. No one can. That whole division's like that. Indy. Think about this. Indy had Peyton Manning, Edgerrin James, Marshall Faulk, Dallas Clark, Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison, Bob Sant. They had players. Since Andrew Luck have left Indy, do people really care? No. The Lakers will never, ever know what it's like to be the Clippers, and they're in the same city. They'll never know what it's like. The Lakers like, what? They really? Yeah, man. Like, who's the biggest Clipper fan? That's what? I don't know. I mean, I know they got them. I know they got them.
They got
I
them.
know they got them. But what I'm saying is the Lakers are one of those teams that LeBron has reshaped the balance of power, because you put LeBron on the Lakers, a team that didn't lack viewership. I mean, do you know how many people was late to work when Kobe played for the Lakers because they stayed waiting to watch him play? My mother was one of them. Mama, are you up? Yeah, because I'm watching it. You see what I'm saying? So the Lakers are going to be fine. I just think that Bronny and company are going to see what the NBA is really like. Teams like, like the Grizzlies, the Hawks, the Magic. It's a lot of teams. It's a lot of teams in the NBA. This no lie. One of my daughters live in Tampa, the other live in Orlando, right? I asked my daughter, I said, yeah, man, you going to a Magic game? You know what she said? For what? The Magic? She said for what? Because she was like, I don't know nobody. He said, so yeah, I just think that when I think about the Lakers, people be trying to, the Lakers. No. There are certain teams in sports, the Lakers, unfortunately, the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Cowboys, certain teams are just, they are almost bigger than the sport. But yeah, LeBron did right by the Lakers. He got them a chip. He's moving on. And LeBron said, I helped two things come to the Lakers. I got a chip, and I helped bring Luka here. Right? And Luka, and for those who don't know, Luka got drafted by the Hawks. Like they drafted. No. They drafted. I was watching it. Oh, shoot. No. Marv, listen to me. I'm watching the draft. Look, people always talk about the worst front offices in sports. The worst front office in sports is the Atlanta Hawks. I ain't got time to go down the long laundry list. But Luka got drafted by the Hawks. He's a Hawk. They traded him for Trae Young. in the same draft, they traded him for Trae Young. And then they traded Trae. Man, I don't want to. I don't understand. They said, well, we're going to trade him for Trae Young because, Atlanta needs shooters. Dude, that's look. It's an all-NBA, first team all-NBA player. Yeah, but he got to lose some weight. And he's been a pro since he was, 15, 14 years old. And now look at him. So you want to know why I told you, bad franchises, they work at it. Like good franchises, they work at it. And the Hawks, don't get me started, man. When we drafted Luke, I said, oh, man, let's get right. Then I said, Adam Silver said, there's a trade. And I went, we traded a 6'9" guy for a 6-foot dude. Anyway, but yeah, that's Luka gonna go. Watch Luka go on, win a championship for the Lakers, and all I can do is watch and say that's why the Falcons 28-3. I hate it. Hate you, Tom Brady.
Speaking of Falcons, I want to ask you something. You think Tyreek Hill and Tua are going to have a little reunion with you down there in the Dirty Birds?
Let me just say this. I don't like the internet for this. Now, I don't like the internet for this. Something like that potentially happen. Because something like that potentially happen. Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Does Tyreek Hill respect Kevin Stefanski enough to not do the stuff he did in Miami? Because it comes down.
He's gonna be running around with them crazy ass women, no matter what city he winds up in. Come on, man.
Let me just go ahead and kill a myth real quick. We got to get this out of the way. People talk about strip clubs in Miami, and I get it. I get it. There might be. I'm gonna say this. There is more. There are more strip clubs in Miami than Atlanta. But the strippers, they in Atlanta. Listen to me. What my wife said. Okay, all I'm saying is, Mom, listen. All I'm
saying, gonna do what he gonna do regardless of what city he goes to.
Let's do this. Let's just take the strippers out for a second. Let's just take it out for a second.
I like it better when we keep them in.
No. This is what I'm saying. I'm talking about Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill love the ladies. And Marv, we can speak for this. Yes, we are happily married men.
Happily.
Do you know what type of situation going on in Atlanta with these women? Like,
bro, listen to
me, Marv. Let me give you a clip of me and Marv's situation real quick.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as walking into a random store. You can walk into a random store just to get you something. There's some things in there, boy. You like, God. Now, mind you, I'm there to get what I'm there to get, and I'm there to get out of there, right? If Tyreek Hill, if he fathered as many kids as he did in Miami, he ain't gonna make it in Atlanta. I'm telling you right now, he ain't gonna make it up here. Because people be forgetting, man. Like, listen, and this is no slight. Listen, you got LA women, I know, serious. Philly, I've been there before. Serious. Houston, big problem. Big problem. The ATL ain't nothing to play with, boy. And listen, it ain't nothing to play with. You see all these businesses, and so for Tyreek, listen, with love for Tyreek, Drake London, Bijan, Kyle Pitts, stop playing. Now we got 10-man. No, I'm sorry. That's Michael Penix. He's the 10-man. We got Tua throwing in the rock. I would love to see it, but somebody will have to tell Tyreek, dude, you might have to get the surgery, bro. You ain't gonna make it up here. And I love Tyreek, Georgia boy, right? But people be sleeping on Atlanta like it don't come from Atlanta. Let me say this though. The Falcons they're not in Atlanta. They're in Flowery Branch. They way out there in Gwinnett. But they got cars. And they can drive to the city. Just saying. They got cars, man. They got cars. They can drive to the city. Most of them be having them downtown apartments down there, downtown condos or whatever they got down there, upscale. But I would love to see it. The only problem is this offense and the way Tyreek plays, Tyreek Hill is a volume catcher. Like you keep throwing it to him. He ain't a situational guy. Like you throw it to him 2 times the first, maybe 3 times in the second quarter. Now he can help an offense now. But I'm gonna say this about Tyreek. If you got to deal with the problems, and he got on the field and off the field, unfortunately. NFL pros don't want to deal with. Listen, on the field stuff, that's fine. Move on. If I'm talking about your personal life, hey, bro, 3 things you don't talk about in the NFL: somebody's lady, somebody's personal life, and their money. You leave that alone. But I would love to see him in the ATL. Yeah, of course. I mean, that's Tyreek Hill. I'm not tripping, but if it's gonna come with the circus, man, the Falcons aren't a good enough franchise to deal with the circus. It's Atlanta. Like we ain't tripping. Now we ain't gonna lie to ourselves. But yeah, if Tyreek Hill could go to the Jets, go to Philly, you make room for a guy like that.
Yeah.
A guy like him, oh yeah, I can open up a roster spot for a guy like that.
I just think it's an interesting thing. I want to see where he's going to wind up. You got to wonder, how he bounces back from pretty gnarly knee injury he had last season. So it's going to be interesting to see where he lands. What team, what city he's going to call home. I just wanted to get your thought. I came across it. I had to ask you, brother. I had to ask you.
You don't know who? Y'all don't remember Kenny Vaccaro? The safety out of Texas, I think the safety.
I remember him, yeah.
That's who Tyreek Hill was married to. He was married to Kenny Vaccaro's little sister. That's who he was married to last year. So the lady he was what's his name? God, what's the receiver name that played for I can't think his name. Jalen Ramsey's the baby mama. Golden Tate. Golden Tate's sister is who Jalen Ramsey had Chad's children with. Think about that. think about Golden Tate or Kenny Vaccaro. They said, dude, you could have picked anybody. Why you got to? And Jalen Ramsey went up against Golden Tate after him and his sister split up. Jalen Ramsey was out there doing. Yeah, but what's up? Got a lot to say. That's real awkward to show up to the family reunion. I just did you on Sunday. Now we got a birthday party to go to during the week. But yeah, listen, Tyreek, if we can make Tyreek an Atlanta Falcon, that would be incredible. But I will say this: if Tyreek Hill is gonna look like Odell Beckham Jr. with the Ravens, I mean, because I want him to look like Tyreek now. If he's gonna be out there,
yeah.
But I think he ends up in Kansas City. I just think that their receiving core is still a lot to be imagined in Kansas City. Like, they got Worthy and guys coming back, but we'll see. And you ain't really heard a lot from Tyreek this offseason, man, which is good for him. You ain't really heard a lot from him, which I think is a good thing. But not to keep inflating it, but people talking about Miami got a woman problem. Really got a woman problem in New York. Have you been to Atlanta? Have you been to Atlanta Airport? I don't get it. I've been trying to tell you, man. I said, bro, listen to me. All right? If you want to be a stripper and you want to be a real one, for real, you learn in an AT. You get a doctorate degree, a PhD. You say, man, though. And the wings are good. So I know people like that. They are. I mean, they are.
We're a quarter way into this thing, and let's get into the main topic I wanted to talk to you guys about. Came across this one. Not that one. That's not the one I wanted. This is the one I wanted. Which 3 teams do you feel has the biggest home field advantage having somebody come into your house? Is it the Chiefs, the Seahawks, the Packers, the Eagles, the Steelers, the aforementioned Ravens? You have someone else that you have in mind. Who are your top 3? Like if I'm going on the road this year, this is not the stadiums I want to go into. I guess start with Marvin on this one.
So I'm thinking of places that I played where I thought it was just crazy or ridiculous. And I'll be honest, I didn't really, I didn't play in all the stadiums. But off top of my head, when I think about the fans and I think about some of the fan experiences that players have had, I probably got to put Philly up there. To be honest with you, I probably, and then I'm thinking of like having to play in Miami early in the season. Man, you cooking out there in that stadium, boy. You cooking in Miami if you play the Dolphins early September. I'm serious. They put you on that away sideline, and that sun is sitting on that sideline. Boy, it's tough. So I'll put, not because of the fans, but because of the weather. I'll put
inclement weather. That's
that's
definitely
a real thing.
Definitely a factor.
I have to put that in there as well. And then
Tampa Bay should also be on there for the same reason.
Easily. I'll tell you what, you just made it easy for me. For the Heat, I'm gonna go Tampa, Miami. For the fans and how crazy your people are, all your cousins out there, Steve. I gotta go Philly, man. Y'all, I done heard some crazy. I done heard crazy.
I was just telling you how
players.
crazy our fans get when defending some of their own too.
The Raiders will kill you. The Raider fans will kill you.
Yeah, so, right.
I mean, the Raider fans, they throwing people over the ballot. They throwing people over the top of the stadium. I'm serious. You think
49er fans too? Didn't some guy get arrested? He shot somebody.
Them essays that kill you out there, boy. You know what I'm saying? They killed somebody at the UCLA game. They killed, bruh. But nah, Tampa, Miami, Philly. I'll go with that.
What about you, Ben? Who's your 3 biggest home field advantages, NFL stadium wise?
I have never been to Seattle, but that atmosphere is crazy, especially when they're good. So I definitely got to put Seattle in there. I've played in Philly. The one time I played in Philly was when Donovan McNabb got hurt on our sideline, had a torn ACL. Philly, they gonna do a Netflix special on Philly, man. It's the Lincolns. It is. You can't even exaggerate how crazy it is. It is nuts.
Listen, our 8-year-olds are flipping the birds off to you guys. So,
and I'm gonna say this, right? And this is when they're good, not now, but when they're good. When the Saints are good, it is hard to go to New Orleans and win.
And down there in the Superdome,
they have to be good though. This is no lie. When I'm in the NFL, we play
19.
We play New Orleans. We play New Orleans on Monday night.
Saints in 19, and that crowd noise just was so hard to overcome.
Listen. Lil Wayne had a song called Speaker. You know, the song they give, Here, I expect every Black person, Hispanic person, Creole person to know the lyrics. You look in the stands. There's a 75-year-old old white lady. She knows every single, and she's speaking to you. You're like, well, look at this. Like, I mean, and the thing about it is, because New Orleans, it's a culture that engulfs the team. Like that whole, so like I said, I've never played, I've never played I have played in Green Bay. And we beat they had Brett Favre. We beat up on them. I've never played in Chicago. I heard about that, but it has to be cold. But yeah, Seattle, Philly.
I think Seattle's the one that's underestimated on here.
I don't. And let me say this because I know I cannot stand the Saints now. I'm a Falcons fan. I can't stand the Aints, but I got to call it what it is because. But I will say this: I was with the Raiders when they was, at the Coliseum. In Oakland, Alameda County. You know what you never heard? You know what you never heard of players doing? Why ain't nobody ever jumping the black hole to propose a player? They ain't coming out. I promise you this. If a player would have jumped in the black hole, they're not coming out. That game would have been over because I was when we played Oakland my rookie year. We had a guy named Derek Mason. Scored a touchdown. He got real close to the black hole, and somebody reached out and tried to grab him. Like, bro, come on, like, bro, you know where you at? And for those of you who don't know, who've never, been to Oakland, the Coliseum, it ain't in the best spot now. It's in the hood for real.
Yeah.
Like, some of these people can walk to the stadium where they live at, and you couldn't exaggerate it. So I do agree, Marv, the black hole, man, it was to show you how crazy Oakland was. I never even got out there because I was hurt. Man, I could go place in Oakland, man. People like, man, we know who you are. You good? I mean, I had gang members telling me, "Troupe, you good?" I know they gang members now. I didn't know that when I was out there. I'm a country boy walking downtown Oakland. Now, I ain't crazy. Now, I ain't got no red or blue shirt. I'm not stupid. I done seen movies. I'm not crazy. But, Mom, I got big homies coming up to, hey, you good? You good? And I'm thinking to myself, why the police ain't over here? You talking about, we scared the police out here? Scared the police? Nah. He said the time it take the police to get here, we done handled that. What? So, yeah. I would have loved to put Oakland in there, but it's been a long time. But yeah, the Saints, Philly is nuts, and Seattle, man, that's what they're known for. I mean, you know, for the 12 man, they live. I'm pretty sure it's other. Like Arrowhead could definitely be on there. It's probably a hard place to go in there and win. You know,
Arrowhead is like 2 on mine just because like the crowd noise alone is and how that stadium is built is why another reason why I think Kansas City has been so good on that run, man, because they can take you out of a game not just on the field but with the crowd. And a lot of people want to poo-poo it. Fine, that's fine. The other one I didn't see anyone really say on it is Denver. Like,
well, let me tell you this.
You got the altitude up there. It's a different thing.
That's
the altitude is real. The altitude is a real thing. They don't make a big enough deal about that on TV. The altitude's a real thing, very real. The only time I ever used oxygen was in Denver. The only time ever.
I will say this: they haven't been good in a long time, but the atmosphere, a crazy atmosphere that's not talked about enough, is watching FedEx Field. FedEx Field is like a college. It is huge. FedEx Field is huge. If they're good, because you go get them fair weather fans in DC now. They got plenty of stuff to do in DC. They come to a game. But when they were, because I was there when they had like Jason Campbell, quarterback, but yeah, some of these, but yeah.
Eddie. Really, are we going to go back here? Are we going to go back here again? Ask Santa about the Philly fans. Y'all don't know the story around Santa to even ask this question. And that Santa is long gone, so you can't ask that Santa, right? He puts Green Bay and Seattle on there as well.
I mean, Green Bay has to be good for the fans to matter. The Saints, maybe because the Saints is nuts, man. Like that, certain teams, like Buffalo could probably be that. Buffalo, I could probably throw Buffalo in there.
We got to see how
it is. You playing Buffalo when it was cold?
No, I played the Buffalo. The coldest place I ever played in was Kansas City. And the crazy thing about it was when we played them, Kansas. I don't want to talk about how nobody city looks. So how many people gonna be lit, but it looked like a old school coal miners town. Like we went out, like it was like snow everywhere, and we got there the next day, and the field was frozen. So they had like 100 foot long, 50.5 foot wide, like heated blanket over the whole field. I'm like, they said we trying to, thaw the field out. Like what the hell? Thaw the field out? Yeah. And so, I played some cold games, but no, some of these things I ain't want Philly in the cold. I ain't want Buffalo in the cold. I definitely want New York in the cold. Cleveland, some of these, you really earn your money when you play for the Jets or the Giants or Cleveland when it's Cincinnati.
Well, when it gets cold. The Giants, because you just have to overcome the stadium at first.
It's them cities that, not that they cold been, but it's that wind that comes behind that cold that makes it horrible. Because a dry cold
when I first moved to Jersey,
Chicago.
That's what I'm saying though. I ain't never seen no snow for real. So when I first moved to Jersey and it snowed, I'm looking, back when people used to watch the news. I'm like, oh, it's gonna snow. So it snows. I know when the Home Depot got me like a little shovel, a snow shovel. But I noticed I'm the only one out there shoveling snow. I'm like, where everybody at? So this lady across the street, she didn't say, why are you shoveling? She said, where are you from? What you talking about? She was like, what do you mean where I'm from? Where you from? I'm like, I'm from Georgia. So what are you doing? I'm shoveling the snow. And she said, you don't shovel snow while it's still snowing. Like, yeah, come on now. Man, I'm shoveling the snow, but I'm noticing it don't look like I'm doing anything. The guy, the guy comes by and pushes the snow. Man, he pushed all. I'm standing right there. Man, I'm thinking, man, he pushed all this snow on me. They got all the dirt in it. It's like, what the? This lady talking about, I told you, dude. Like, bruh, like, we do this. So, and I lived there for about like another 3 years. So every time it would snow after that, she would come outside. Like, you ain't got where you shovel at? You ain't gonna be shoveling? Oh, you got jokes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I learned about snow and I learned about black ice real fast. Black ice is a cruel beast, man. I learned about it. And I learned about, like you said, Marv, working in New York, come around the corner, and everybody just still. I'm like, why ain't nobody moving? I'm looking around like, there's something happened. Sounds like something in the movie. All of a sudden, this man go. I'm like, oh, I realize, like in New York, right? People don't got on scarves for fashion. That's not for fashion, bruh. I'm using this for real. Like, I paid, $1,500, not me, but people paying $1,500 for these real meat coats. Cause like, bro, it's keeping you warm. Like, ain't got time. Be out here, yeah. So yeah, it's snow to the young man that's from the South. If you go to a snowy place, it's gonna take a while. Cause that stuff, y'all Philadelphians, y'all used to it. Y'all can walk around, you know what I'm saying, 2 degrees, talking to each other outside like it's nothing. But you can't feel that on your face. Oh man, I'm used to it. Not me. We need to talk inside, but it's cold out here. And the coldest place I've ever been is North Dakota. My brother used to work out there. It got like -30 below zero. The guy took some water and threw it up in the air. I said, it's just evaporated. I said, oh hell no. I'm not dealing with this. But so yeah, I've been to some cold places, but I ain't want to play in the cold, man. I'm a country boy. Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, Tampa, Oakland. Done. I ain't built for the New York, New Jersey. And I can admit, hey man, you don't want to play in the cold? No, I respect it. But no, I was Tennessee got cold, but it didn't get New Jersey cold. It ain't New York cold. But still, that was I got to see a little bit of snow until I moved to Jersey. I said, dude, how long I didn't know snow could pack that high. Like in a parking lot, it could be way up in the air. And I said, is anybody come? I said, is anybody gonna come get the snow? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, it's in the parking lot. They're gonna know it's just gonna melt. And I'm like, well, how long do it take to melt? And once again, where you from? Man, why y'all keep asking me that? No, I ain't never seen. And then little by little, it'll melt, and then some more snow will come. It'll start over again. So I love living in Jersey. I lived in West New York, New Jersey, Marv. I can see the Meadowlands from where I lived at, and never made it to a Jets or a Giants game. Never played the Meadowlands. I never played the Jets or the Giants. I played the Jets at home. Never played in New York, man, or New Jersey. It's the Jets and the Giants, but yeah, I would love it.
You're right. It's absolutely New Jersey. Want to go to a college thing I came across. I want to start with Marvin on this. You heard about the kid from Vic Vecca that they messed up his whole scholarship situation because his mom passed away?
No.
What?
All right, so kid from Western Kentucky. He was brought in defensive tackle Vic Vecca. Program canceled his scholarship after he spent some time grieving on the pass of his mother. Had strength coach reach out to him, said he was expected back in June, but on May 26th, his position coach contacted him, asking him where he was. The next day, reportedly, they have moved on from him and classified him as a departure failure to report. Well, that designation is now preventing him from using normal scholarship cancellations, or you can't use the portal or anything like that. And Vecca said himself, he acknowledged that the communication could have been a bit better, but feels like the situation is inhumane because he can't go in the portal, he can't do anything because they put on that failure to report that designation. So, you know, it was messed up situation from him, but like, you know, both Western Kentucky and the NCAA are refusing to even talk about this at this point in time. I think speaks more volume to what's going on than him maybe taking a little bit too long to come back from the passing of his mother.
Yeah. I mean, listen, man, I didn't see brothers, you know, lose their mama, and you know, it's a process, man. It's a process. It's different for everybody depending upon the situation in which and how you grew up and the relationship you have with your mom. I think what's unfortunately happening here is you're seeing real life, you know, interact with big boy business. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you know, San Diego State, and I'm just getting this, you know, for the first time today, and just, you know, kind of going off of quickly explain. But I think what you realize and what they realizing is in the day and age of NIL, where there's money being guaranteed and money being spent out and money being invested, you know, San Diego State's kind of like, bruh, you know, we got money in this thing and we need to make decisions. We need to know who's with us. We need to make sure that we're allocating our funds to the right person in the right situation. And if he took time off and he wasn't communicating, he didn't tell them anything. Listen, we live in a day and age where kids commit to you today and then decommit tomorrow. Yep. Kids ghost you. Kids do all kinds of stuff like that. You know what I mean? I think that San Diego State took a corporate approach to it. You know what I mean? No feelings. This is strictly business. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate. You know, if it's just a situation where this young man, you know, was grieving his mom, then listen, man, I get it. Y'all have been through life. Sometimes you don't want to get on the phone with people. You just don't want to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to do that. You know what I mean? But this is where real life, you know, is creating a scenario where this kid's gonna have to move on and get to the business. It's tough, man. It's unfortunate. It's hard for me to believe that there isn't going to be some type of way to rectify, to fix, because under no circumstances should he, unless there's some extreme situation, you know what I mean? I don't know what that would be, but I don't see how.
From what I read in that, and what I followed up on it is that he was supposed to be back in June, but on May 26th, they designated him as failure to report. And as he said in the thing, like he said, the communication could have been better, but because they gave him that failure to report designation, that he can't transfer, he can't enter the portal or do anything like that. So he is not only out of the scholarship, but can't do anything. And like, in my opinion, like granted, it may have been, you know, a month, 2 months, or closer to 2 months, but like, Western Kentucky ain't competing for anything. They're not. They're you know, are they gonna miss this kid for a week and a half or whatever? Like, I mean, it's just a messed up situation. I just think that when both the university and the NCAA won't comment on it, it just sends a red flag up for me, man. I don't know. What about you, Ben? What are you feeling?
I mean, I think this comes down to two very, very simple things. Number one, the NCAA is trash because they only want to step in and make it look like they're doing. They putting all these sanctions on the players. Well, let's call it what it really is, Marv. This kid Victor, he ain't that good. He ain't that good. Because if he was,
breaking news, fellas.
No.
Breaking news, fellas.
What is it?
It's done. LeBron James made up his mind. The 4-time NBA champion has signed a 1-year deal with the Philadelphia 76ers.
Are you kidding me?
I told you.
Sham just announced it. It just came across.
Hold on, Mom.
What?
Mom, did you just notice something with Steven? Did you just see it?
Oh my God.
Hold on, Mom. Listen. No. You know how I knew it was Philly as soon as Steven went down. You see what it?
Yeah.
I
literally just came across.
Mom, listen to me. I kept telling you, look. It ain't gonna take long, but for Steven to realize how much. See, Steven thinks that Jalen Hurts really gets hate.
I see the hate that LeBron James get. I see that.
But
now we're gonna have two of the most hated athletes in the state.
But I will say this though.
What's that?
I don't see it anywhere.
I just seen it. Sham posted it.
I mean, but it should be
No, but hold on. But you know what it is? But Marv, you said something too, even about this Victor kid. It is unfortunate that his mother passed away.
Yeah.
It is unfortunate that he gonna lose his scholarship. But Marv, you've been around the game, I've been around the game. When you are that dude, you know what? Being that dude comes with two things: leverage, right? They get right, and exceptions. They gonna make exceptions when you him, and you got leverage. So, if I had a chance to talk to Victor, I would have told him, "Look, let me show you something. Whoever's in your corner got to tell you, listen, I want you to grieve. I want you to, but you got to be, because here's the thing, right? Mommy's gone. I don't know what that's like. I got both of my parents. I only can sympathize and empathize with people that's lost their parents. But you only get one shot of this thing, youngin'. You got, listen to me. I'm just looking at him saying, bro, you know how you got that Uncle Steven Marvin that say, hey, you know how like you at a family reunion or you at the funeral? You always got that uncle to come and say, come here, youngin', come here for a second. Come here. Yeah, look at me. What you plan on doing? What they told you? Oh, you got that family member that know more about your sport than you know. They ain't played, but they know. And they'll say, hey, listen to me. What day they told you to be back? They told me to be back June the 2nd. I'm gonna make sure I get you back to June the 1st. No. Go do what you need to do. I'm gonna come get you. I'm gonna fly with you. This is how I know. My grandparents, my aunts, they're a lot older than my dad. My dad will be 68. He got sisters that's like 82, 83, right? He got sisters that much older than him. But their kids became like we call them uncle cousins. They so much older. They cousins. When I'm getting recruited, I don't know nothing about no recruit. Bob, I ain't no legacy. You know, I don't know nothing about it. I didn't go to no prestigious high school. So when we get recruited, we don't know nothing about it. My cousin named Purcell Dasher. And may my auntie rest in peace, man. She just passed away. His mom, Barbara Jean, she was 80 years old. She passed away like 3 weeks ago. When I'm getting recruited now, he's 10 years older than me. Purcell say, mind you, we live in Augusta, they live in Valdez, at home of the Sweet Onion. My cousin come and say, we at my grandma's house. He said, hey, boy, I heard about what's going on with you. What you mean? Why you get recruited? I don't even know what he's talking about. What's he talking about? He said, well, just do me a favor. He said, when Steve Spurrier come to your house, do not tell that man no. Mind you, I don't know who Steve Spurrier is at the time because it's new. I don't know none of this stuff. He said, when Steve Spurrier come to the crib, let that man say whatever he want to say. When he get to the end, if he asks you, hey, man, you want to be a Florida Gator, you tell him, yes, sir. I'm thinking, what? Mind you, this early in the process. Next thing you know, here come Luke Holtz in South Carolina. Here come Tommy Bowden in Clemson. You know what I'm saying? They coming. If they're in the Southeast, they come. Coach Spurrier come to the crib. He gets done, and I'm listening to him, and he says, so you want to be with us? I was like, oh, that's it. Like, this is the line. I go, yeah, coach. Well, mind you, Jim down in Georgia, and I say that to say, everybody got somebody in their family that really care about you. They don't want nothing from you now. Hey, bro, I don't want no tickets. I don't think Vic got that. That Vic, see, he don't got that. Angels ain't that. Marv, your son or your daughter gonna be all right because they got you as a dad. You ain't finna let them. The world can't get to them. You like, your son gonna say, you think you could say something worse to me than my dad told me? Exactly. No, my dad told me run through his face. If he get hurt, that's his problem. You see what I'm saying? See, they got you to help. Most people got somebody that's gonna say, hey, Vic, man, take all the time you need. No, F that. You can take all the time you need on campus. You can grieve at Western Kentucky. So yeah, I feel bad for the young man, but if I'm talking to him, I tell him the same thing I told my nephew, who's at Kennesaw State right now. I say, Josh, boy, I remember when you came out the womb, boy. I'm the one that I met you before your grandma met you. Let me tell you what. You ain't good enough to not show up to meetings. You ain't good enough to pout and complain. They won Conference USA, your red shirt freshman year, so they done won the whole thing without you. That should let you know how much your team needs you. We just won the whole thing without you. So if you want to be a part of this thing, which I hope you do, man, I'm gonna show up to that game. But if you ain't, but guess what? If you don't even dress out, I'm gonna show up. Why? Because that's what you play for. It's a bunch of family members show up to the game. They know their child ain't gonna play. But at a certain point, Marv, I get this from you. I ain't gonna lie to you now. 3 things I ain't gonna do. I ain't gonna lie about you. I ain't gonna lie for you. And I ain't gonna lie to you. But what? I'm gonna tell you what it is. If you can play, when my daddy say, he said, well, grandson, maybe you just ain't there yet. He said, Papa, I can play. You know what my daddy said? Prove it. What you mean you can play? I can't, Mom, I come to the game to see the players. I came to the game. So victory, bro, yo, college career is probably over.
Yeah,
but guess what?
Unfortunately.
But guess what, Steven? No matter what, somebody gonna ask you one thing. Man, when did you say you was gonna be back? I said June the 6th. Oh, Steven, somebody owe you money, right? You know, when people owe you money, you know what they say? Hey, man, hey, Steven, listen. If you can just let me get this 200, right? I'm gonna get it back to you in 3 days. You heard 2 things. 200, 3 days. That's what they said. 3 days from now, your phone, you like, my phone didn't work. Ain't nobody call me, text me, right? That's what happened with this young man. You agreed. They said, hey, man, we don't want to be insensitive. You lost your mom, man. Man, go handle your business. But you signed a national letter of intent to play for Western Kentucky, right?
Yep.
I'm going to need you back here in June. He left in April, right?
Yeah.
So that uncle that saw him at the funeral told him, hey, youngin, when you going back to Western Kentucky? You know what he said? Man, I don't know, boy. But this ain't no movie, boy. This ain't no Tyler Perry movie, boy. When are you supposed to be back? He said June the 2nd. If Marvin Powell III is his coach, victory. Well, where you at? Man, coach, man. Yeah, I know. Where you at? Man, I don't know if I'm gonna be back. You know what Marv's gonna say? All right. Okay. You play in college, coaches are not to be played with. You ain't gonna play with my money. You want to play? You know how I know? They get this thing now called an attendance. They give you money just to be at the place you're supposed to be at, meetings, whatever. My nephew might have lost his for the next semester because he ain't show up to a meeting. You know what my brother said? Man, I think they're trying to pick on him. They gave him a scholarship, didn't they? Yeah. Full ride. Yeah. Don't have to pay for nothing. And all I got to do is show up on time. Boy, they would have had to give me double. I'm showing up early. All I got to do is show up on time and get this. That's called what they call it, Steven and Marvin? A workout bonus. You gonna give me $500K to stay in shape, and I'm not gonna show up? I ain't with that. I don't know where these young boys are now. Y'all better stop listening to Le'Veon Bell, who skipped a whole year because he didn't want to play for the Steelers. You think he proved a point? No. You did not prove a point walking away from $16, $17 million fully guaranteed. I'm going to show them, yeah. They will give me $17 million regardless of the season, regardless of how I play, regardless of injury, yeah. Nope, I want an extension. Yeah, well, you think they will give it to you by not showing up anyway? LeBron James is now a 76. Steven,
I think Marvin's right because it looks like that was a parody account.
Yeah, I'm looking for this
bomb. I think Marvin's right there.
I've been on my phone ever since you said that. I'm looking.
Damn, I thought Sixers fans were invested in this. All right,
I was like,
but wait.
Listen, let's get back to that because you got me excited. I don't see him going to Philly. I don't think he wants to. His wife loved Cali, like Ben said. That's when you got bread and you living in LA and you get to really live that life. You don't want to get away from that. And the closest thing to that is going up north. You know what I'm saying? The next thing from there would be Miami, but I don't think she's trying to go to Miami. You know what I mean? Because all the reasons Ben said about what's happening in Miami and the chicken wing.
Between a rock and a hard place.
Look. Let me tell you something. Look, I wish I would have known Marv when LeBron signed to go to the Lakers. Because I could just see Marv telling people, what you mean you don't want to be no Lakers? Exactly. Marv don't stand 10. It's certain teams. I say it's 4 teams I know Marv gonna stand 10 toes down. The Lakers, the Jets, the SC, and the freaking Dodgers.
There you go.
He gonna stand on it. And I hate the Dodgers, man. I wish they wasn't good. They get on my freaking nerves. You gonna add
listen.
You shouldn't hate the Dodgers.
The Dodgers were.
Even God does the Dodgers.
Otani's injured right now. He's not pitching, right?
No.
There was a line out in right field waiting for Otani to come out for the start of the game in Philly yesterday. They were waiting, fans trying to get autographs, pictures. So he is the superstar out there. But I do want to talk about Fanatics Fest this weekend because a couple things came out of it, right? One thing, Cam Scatterboo is really a freaking idiot.
Yep.
Did y'all see it?
Yeah.
Did y'all see him try to do a backflip? Damn near broke his leg.
Yeah. No.
He's talented, but man, does he got a 10-cent head, man? Seriously.
He bigger than what he did, though, Steven. Though it's what he said. To my y'all can laugh at me. I'm gonna keep doing me. But, and I know you're gonna get to it, but you couldn't get the real offensive line to come out there with him. They couldn't just stand around Jackson Dog. That's weird. Fanatics. Look, they're trying to take over things. Fanatics failed, whatever. But
I think it was Fanatics Fest failed yet again, if you ask me. But we'll get into that in a minute.
Scatterboo.
So yeah, Cam Scatterboo damn there in front of everyone almost broke his leg because he's an idiot.
What's the goal would be? What is the point of even doing the backflip? If you healed, you heal. People get hurt. Scat, once again, though.
Didn't y'all just see what happened to Conor McGregor?
Yeah, Scatterboo, once again, doesn't realize it's half you, brother. It's more what you play. You play for the Giants. Everything you do is going to be magnified because of the media market. But the offensive lineman already said, why did they bring the fake O-line with Jackson Dart?
Scatterboo did good.
Like why Scatterboo and Scatterboo a good player. Them linebackers though, they coming though. We know you run hard, but they hit harder. So you ain't gonna be running through guys like you think. But yeah,
the other nonsense that came out of the Fanatics Fest from this past week was the whole Tom Brady Logan Paul situation, and the rumor is now that Tom's in talks to have a potential partnerships to do something with the WWE. Like we didn't see that coming a mile away. And somebody made the comment that basically that Tom is hurt, has his post-retirement career done nothing but hurt his legacy. I don't see how any of this even hurts his legacy, but I thought the comment here was funny that from Kyle Brandt that's watching all the stuff that Tom's attached himself to and all that is basically watching is like Daniel Day-Lewis going to Love Island. All right, I get the narrative because it's not something he's known to do. Like regardless of what sponsorship deal he has, what product he's put, dude. He's opened his own card shops too. Are you gonna rip him apart for that too,
Steve?
The WWE thing, I get people are worn out on that type of stuff, and I get that. But whatever Tom wants to do at this point in time, if it's fun and he's enjoying his life, what is it hurting everyone that we have to sit here and try to tear Tom down about it? Like seriously.
Well, look, what people forget is that Tom allegedly took a pay cut when he was in New England to win these championships, right? And he knew that if I got championships, if I got rings, then when I retire, I'm gonna have a whole lot of opportunity, and that's what we're seeing right now. He sacrificed a few bucks during when he was playing, so they say, because I think that these owners are finding ways to get dudes money. But that's a whole other situation. But seriously, we've already seen it. You see it with Kawhi's contract, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
That's not new.
That's not nothing new.
That's not new. Okay. Anyway, but let's say this on paper. He took some cuts. He sacrificed for the championships, and now because he's the GOAT in the biggest game in the biggest country, he has sponsorship opportunities up the yin yang, and that's what we're seeing. You know what I mean? So for him, this was strategic. This was intentional. This is how it was supposed to play out. You know what I'm saying? So people want something to talk about. You know what I mean? They want to build you up and they want to tear you down. That's just the world of the internet and jealous people. You know what I mean? People are jealous of Tom Brady. You know what I mean? So that's all that is, man. You know what I mean? Tom, get your money. Get your money, Tom. Get your money.
It goes back to what we were saying, though, Steven. So Tom gets done with the NFL. He's sitting down with his team. And Tom probably came in real strategic. Yeah, man, I want to be at this. And man, F that. You better get as much as you can while you can. What do you mean you Tom Brady, right? And I get it. Everything we do. When Magic Johnson was the Laker, Magic was doing advertising, all kind of stuff. And people can laugh at it. People can laugh and say, I've seen Jerry Rice do a Popeyes commercial. No, you saw him get paid to do a Popeyes commercial. Somebody gonna get the money. I think with Tom Brady, though, what he's really learning is how much he resonates with different generations. Because most guys, they don't resonate outside their own. If they resonate with their own, when Tom Brady did the slap, they didn't rehearse it, but behind the scene. And here's the thing, too, right? I mean, Tom Brady got a roast, right? I thought you only roasted like comedians. I know you can roast more than that. Tom Brady got a roast. Tom Brady's making a whole bunch of money on TV. He got the commercials. It's momentum. Tom Brady's like the Kevin Hart of football players. Like, he do a bunch of stuff. Like, he does.
Yeah, I mean, everyone forget, like, he owns part of the Raiders, too, on top of everything else.
Exactly. Tom Brady is saying, look, man, I get paid to talk football because it's easy for me. I get paid to show up in my Tom Ford suit, talk, right? and he's saying, look, I mean, let's call it what it is. You think Michael Irvin do all he do because he wants you to forget about him? I don't want to be forgotten. Because there's a lot of superstars out there. They don't do anything outside of football, which is cool. According to Tom Brady saying, and I didn't even think about that, Marv. He said, look, man, I took a pay cut, but I also got 7 of them things. You know what I'm saying? And I got the most passing yards. I think I got the most touchdowns. I got the most rings. Hey, so now I'm trying to have the most money. I'm trying to win every category. I don't want none of them dudes that got more. Now, I don't know if he'll ever get more money than Roger Staubach. I think he sold his company for like too big, something stupid when he sold it. But if any one of us had a team of people around us that Tom Brady does that can help us do all this stuff, hey, Tom, you got to show up at this Fanatic event and slap Jake Paul. Oh, for real? Yeah. You got to do that. All right. How much they give me for that? Give you a cool meal or whatever they give you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I ain't knocking it. I mean, Tom Brady, you know who Tom Brady's trying to be for real? Tom Brady wanted that Michael Strahan, man. You know how many people don't even have forgotten Michael Strahan made his money with them Giants? It was Regis and Kelly, and then it went to Kelly and Michael. I mean, think about it. I was Kelly and Michael, and I Good Morning America. Yep. I mean, Michael Strahan could be interviewing Patrick Mahomes on Sunday and the president on Monday. Hey, I ain't knocking it, man. So get your money, Tom.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with Tom doing. I think the criticism is beyond it. Like, listen, dude.
Hate, jealousy, weak ass people.
Jealousy, whatever it is, like my big thing, what I didn't like what happened at Fanatics Fest this weekend. So they're doing a lot of this ambassador stuff that Fanatics was, right? Bringing fans in, doing all this other stuff. But there was also like media opportunities. And one of the guys in the area, Geo the podcast, I don't know if you guys heard him, seen him, kids had like 20 surgeries before the age of 18 is freaking nuts, right? He's covered the Super Bowl, NFL draft, the combine, all kinds of stuff, right? Filed out media credentials. And when he got the approval letter back, it said that there would be interview opportunities in specific time slots for Q&As for certain athletes, right? So he gets there and, gets his credentials and stuff like that. And there's nothing. There's nothing there. He emails the Fanatics about it and basically saying there's nothing they can do about it. But in the acceptance email, it's telling you have these opportunities. So in reality, the only thing the media pass got him was just got him, admittance to Fanatics Fest. The interview thing didn't happen. I think he said his his walk counter. Basically, he walked 32 miles in 4 days for absolutely no reason, just to shoot content. Basically, is what it boiled down to. No actual real media thing, no interviews, no anything like that. And the Fanatics Fest I think is an overblown situation. As there are other things for the fans that are fun, that are cool. Yeah, for the fans that want to go and do that and engage with some of the athletes in that way. Like there was a thing they were having wrestling fans, they could have their own wrestling card made, like a picture of themselves, guy was doing like a leg drop or an elbow drop off the top rope, and they printed out a card for him right then and there. That's cool for fans like that. But when you're a media member and like you're sitting there, you're doing it based on the fact that you're going to have some access to the athletes to shoot some interviews, stuff like that, and none of it comes to pass. Why are you even there at this point in time? You're just a mouthpiece for Fanatics. You're not there for media. So, and then, a lot of people, anyone who's bought anything from them, gear-wise, jersey-wise, already know the quality of what it's been is absolute nonsense.
So hold on. When you say that, Steve, I mean, I've got some stuff, not a ton. I got some Fanatics. I never really, thought about the quality. Is it known, or is it like public opinion?
At least from what I see, like here in Philadelphia, I've known more than just a handful. It's not just like one or two people that they won't buy from them because it's poor quality. People in Philadelphia, it's almost like you're religious when you wear certain things. And a guy had like an Eagles like polo made, right? It had an Eagles logo on it. The logo was terrible. The quality was terrible.
Like the alligator was missing teeth, that type of situation.
Dude. So the worst thing is they messaged Fanatics, sent the item back to get it resent and redone, and it was worse when he came back.
Yeah.
So it's like, I've seen things where jerseys fall apart after only being washed a few times, where the complete arms coming off of it because the stitching is just terrible. So it's one of these things where, we were talking about, FanDuel last week in the Bryce Harper situation. I think Fanatics is going to be right along them lines, because when you do stuff like that, not only to fans, but then you have media members basically go and waste their time. They're just basically shooting video content for you about the event. I just think it's nonsense.
Well, I mean, I think that's the thing that happened. I've heard that a lot when it comes to like influencers. People think that followers are fans, and they're not. It's not the same thing. You can have a bunch of followers online, you do great content, but when you show up to an event, can you get those people to show up for you? Like, are you as big as or as influential as the event you showing up to? So sometimes the harsh, you remember about 4 or 5 years ago, influencers was going crazy. Like all the master classes was getting done by them. They had the influencers awards, all that stuff went away. They got kicked out of their parents' basement. You're gonna have to get you on the spot, because it's about staying power. So if like Drewski is one of the biggest influencers, but he fronts his own money to do it, to stay relevant. But he's also doing commercials. I'm pretty sure he's probably been in some movies, if I don't know. So he goes, I know how to fund what I do through real money because of influence stuff. So yeah, the Fanatics, I mean, I've heard some stuff about Fanatics too, about how certain stuff go. But the one thing that Fanatics is setting themselves up for failure is, you got Tom Brady now. You got that big of a name showing up for you. Who do you replace? Because even Tom Brady is saying, man, I got to move on. Like, it ain't really serving my brand no more. Like, I appreciate it, because I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to have plenty of football players that could, come out there. But I think for them influencers, Steven, when they show up to these events, it's like when you was telling me when you showed up, I mean, I think it was the bare knuckle event or whatever. It's like,
yeah, a lot of, you see some of the fans that are Philadelphia influencers, and they're After the Philly fighters fight, they're gone. I'm like, that's not how media works, especially at an event like that. And I get it, like, you know, what Fanatics is doing, but they've gone even further with the fan ambassador thing, and they're giving you free merch, and you just got to shoot these videos and do this, and like, come on, dude, you're just whoring these guys out, and for what? For a couple T-shirts, couple jerseys, maybe. Like, come on, man.
That's the game, you say horn them out. That's the game. That's
the game. But fans are, some of these fans are stupid enough to play into these games and just keeping these companies going like that. Like, look, the game is what the game is at this point in time. I'm not with it. I'm one of these, like, would I love to go to it? Yeah, I would love to go to it. But one, I'm not going to New York because fuck New York first and foremost.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I won't go to New York for any reason. F y'all.
Wow.
F y'all.
Oh, that's right.
The rivalry is real. There's no middle ground with
New York.
There's no middle ground.
LA.
New York and LA. Like, specifically.
100%.
Like,
100%.
Oh, y'all forgot Boston too. Don't forget Boston.
But
I hate Boston too. We both hate Boston.
But yeah, that's the only
My
thing
New York friends taught me that.
I mean, I'm just saying though, I didn't think about that no more. Like, an influencer and said, look, man, when you come to this event, we're giving you the exposure of giving you some type of billboard. People know you coming, a booth, an area for people. But if ain't nobody in line, that ain't on us. Only because if I give you physical dollars, that means you made me 4 or 5 times that. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna give you $100K to say, hey man, good to meet you. You know what I'm saying? I could have just funded your next 2 or 3 years of content. Who knows? Because some of these guys, like I say, it's a harsh reality if you show up. And online, I'm the man. I mean, I can, people phone in, we have conversations, we go back and forth, we can do live shows. But promoters know promoters. So that promoter at Fanatics got called, hey man, what happened when he came to yours? You want me to be honest with you? Yeah. Ain't nobody really show up. How much you gave? I ain't give him nothing. I gave him shirts. I gave him listen. I got a homie that own a hotel, so I could comp him a room now. I could get him a room for a night. But if I give you something, I don't get nothing back. Yeah, I don't know if I can. So I think that's what it is too.
If you're gonna sit there and promote that a media member has access to, player athlete Q&As where they can ask questions and do interviews, and then there's no interviews, that's a problem.
That is no. I will say that is on the. But see, here's the thing. You know what that's really saying though? They're saying something to the public that they're not discussing with these athletes. See, you ain't discussing it with them. How do I know?
Because that's why the Q&As typically don't happen.
Well, here's the thing, right? Here's another reason why Q&A don't happen. Everybody is not a Steven Rychel that knows how to ask questions. Some of these people, they messy as hell. They want to come in there. I have done an event, when I was in the NFL, I did a celebrity weekend at kids camp. I bring some of my teammates, we'll have like a basketball game, we give away some jerseys. That's what Vince Young, I played with Vince Young and Pac-Man Jones and those guys. And at first, I looked like I had some false advertisement because Vince and them, they said they were going to come, but it's the day of the basketball game, and I don't know where they are. Now, mind you, there ain't no social media back then, so you can't track people's location, whatever the hell they had. But what I appreciate about Vince and Lindell White and Bo Scaife and Pac-Man Jones, we did this thing called Titans Caravan, to where you get on the bus. If you're a current Titans player, you go all over the state to meet fans. Well, it's a way to just meet them. They pay us to do it. So people ain't doing it out of the kindness of their heart. They do pay you. I call VY. No, I call Bo. I say, yo, Bo, man, y'all boys think y'all gonna make it? Bo said, hey, Troupe, look, we on Titans Caravan. We gonna be in Memphis. I'm gonna tell VY, and I'm gonna get back at you. But I told Bo this before he hung up the phone. I said, Bo, don't big time me now. Don't turn into no celebrity. We work together. You see what I'm saying? I realize Vince is Vince. He said, no, Troupe, it ain't like that. I got you. So he called me back like 30 minutes. He said, Troupe, this is what we're going to do. We're going to be in Memphis. We're going to get a flight from Memphis to Atlanta because they ain't never been to Augusta. Augusta, they ain't never been there. So they don't know nothing about it. Most guys from Atlanta don't know nothing about Augusta. They get a flight to Atlanta. They meet up with Pac-Man Jones, who's from Atlanta. And they all drive in these real nice vehicles down to Augusta. What I appreciated the most about that was, number one, they did big time, but number two, they did what they said. I communicated this. Now, I'm not finna tell the crowd, Vince Young, I'm gonna wait, because I don't want to tell Vince Young gonna be in the building. I'm waiting, we at the game. All of a sudden, these real nice cars start pulling out, 28s, 30-inch rims. They all getting out. Once they're in the building, I gave Vince Young some real nice Jordans. We wore the same size shoe. He thought he was going to get to keep them. Listen, Vince's not a celebrity to me. I played with him. I said, hey, bro, after the game, I'm like, hey, man, what my shoes? You going to put these shoes on? I'm going to take the soles out. Hell yeah, I'm going to put these are mine, brother. I'll let you look nice in the game. Because we had Jordan Marv sponsored. I was with Nike at the time, and I had some money left over. So I used it to get some fits. At the end of the game, they was like, hey, Ben, you want us to pull the tables out so we can sign some autographs? I said, hell no. But these kids finna storm the court. You don't need no security? That's Vince Young. That go Pac-Man. Yeah. Because you know how it is, Marv. If we go from, it's at the HBCU, Payne College, my sister graduated college from. And at the HBCU, they don't got two sets of bleachers. They got one set with a stage on the other side, like a high school. We get done with the game, and they said, Troupe, what you want to do? I said, let the kids storm the court. Because if I pull them tables out, then we look celebrity again. You can see them, but you can't touch them. Man, them dudes are so cool with it, man. And when we got back to work, I said, hey, Vince, man, where y'all get y'all cars from? He said, man, we called Pac and told him we was flying in. Pac met us at the airport with the whips. Pac said, what you want to drive? And I said, Pac, man, you did that for? He said, Troupe, you invited me. He said, I want to make an entrance. I said, have you ever been to Augusta before? We go, no. Born and raised in Atlanta. So I say that to say, I know when it comes to, quote, celebrities look like celebrities when people don't communicate stuff with them. Just, hey, Marv, would you mind doing a Q&A? And Marv would say either yes or no. But let me tell you what I know Marvin Powell will do. You ain't finna say I didn't do no Q&A when you ain't communicate that with me. Don't do that, because all you got is image, right? All you got is what people say about you. But I said, if you want Marv to do a Q&A, shoot him something. Why? Because Marv know when he's doing something ain't nobody else doing. We ain't crazy. You want me to do a Q&A with random people I don't even know? Yeah. All right. But I do it. So I've done, I ain't did no Fanatics type stuff. I wouldn't even imagine that stuff. But I believe Fanatics has a perception that the reality ain't the same. Because you don't tell them. If I'm a media member, I'll be pissed even if I get there. Hey man, what the athletes say? Oh man, no, bro. Let me tell you what people need to stop doing. Stop thinking that celebrities ain't regular people that won't show their behind. Some of them will show. Some of them will air you out. Some of them listen, the only guys that I think that you could kind of listen to is guys that got wives that can pat them on the back. It's all right, mama, as you know. But if they wife is a live wire, oh, you finna get lit up. Because don't play on my name, man. Like, that's all I got is my name and my reputation. Not that I care about the reputation, but you lying on my last name? Hey, Ben, man, why don't you do the Q&A? What the hell you mean the Q&A? They told me about no Q. I'm going straight to the promoter. Hey, bro, hey, here's the thing. As soon as you say, did you tell him I was doing the Q&A? Well, yeah, I told him. You're going to have to pay me for that. What you mean? Because, you know what? You'll hear from my people. What? Man, I ain't got no people, but he don't know that. I'm gonna make it, because you don't do that, man. So I do agree with you with that, Steven. But big time, big wig people that make a lot of money, they need to have people that can tell them, hey, bro, stop lying to people, bro. Like, you don't even got to do that. You don't have to do that. Like, You getting these fans to show up to see people that you know ain't gonna be here to see them. That's BS, bro. You don't got to do that. I don't say it got to be Tom Brady. I ain't saying it got to be that. But
Yeah, right.
you know, Scatterboo ain't Tom Brady. He can do a Q&A. Well, he probably don't need to do no Q&A.
He's in New York. He's gonna have plenty of people asking him questions anyway. But
Steve.
again, the WNBA is punching themselves in the face over the past week again. So by now, everyone's seen the Sophie Cunningham whole pointing thing, right? Do you know that the WNBA PA will not allow any brands to monetize that thing? So now not only is the WNBA Players Association not going to get any royalties off of that. Neither is Sophie Cunningham. And then now that means what? That means all the bootleggers are going to take in all the profits. So, am I right? How stupid is that? How stupid is that you're not going to license that image? So not only you, but the athlete themselves can monetize themselves off of it. We're already talking about how you guys are been hemorrhaging money for the better part of the last decade, right? You're finally have athletes that people care about, that you have a product that people care about, right? And you're shooting yourself in the foot to spite your face for no freaking reason.
I mean,
what are your thoughts on this one, brother? This is, I think,
so
mismanagement at an elite
this
level.
is what I think, and I could be way off. Y'all gonna let me know. I know. If you remember the reality situation, right? It was Caitlyn got choked out or got yoked up by a sister. And I think what you're looking at is what appears to be like a white versus black thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think when I look at the memes on the internet, and I'll just keep calling it a buck, when you see some of the people who are promoting it on the internet, a lot of white women. And I think for the WNBA Players Association, I think it's just energy that they're not trying to promote and put out there. Because really, let's keep it real. This whole thing comes down to, a lot of people being jealous of Caitlin Clark. That's what I think. I think this is all about jealousy. I think Caitlin Clark understands what it is understands what black athletes go through, just being hated on for being successful and being black. At the same time, she's getting it for being successful and being white. And I believe that 100%.
I think over the last year and a half, Sophie Cunningham has become infinitely.
I like Sophie Cunningham. I like Sophie Cunningham. I'm sorry. I like Sophie Cunningham. I like that she stood up for her teammate. You know what I'm saying? I like that she stood up against them.
I think she's the Rodman to Caitlin's Clark Jordan.
Like, I like
she's
the
bully bodyguard. Like, you gonna mess with my player? I got you.
Yeah.
She's the one when the pot starts stirring, she's the one right in the middle of it.
Oh, yeah.
What that image shows is like she didn't even say anything, do anything. She was just pointing, getting in homegirl's head, and that's what it was. There was no real fight. There was no real. Nope. She was just pointing.
But the energy was real.
That was real. I mean, Caitlin at least know. Hey man, I got to be on my P's and Q's, which I can appreciate the competitiveness. But even with Sophie, Marv, I think you said it too. See, here's the thing, right? The WNBA doesn't want to be like the NBA, but they should. The NBA, every league is about certain stuff. With the MLB, it's about the teams. When it comes to hockey, right? It's about like the fact they get to fight, those rivalries. When it comes to the NFL, it's about the shield. When it comes to the NBA, it's about the players. Like we don't say the Lakers, we say LeBron and Wemby and the Spurs, right? The WNBA has an image problem. We saying this. They don't want unity. They want uniformity. They want people to look the same, sound the same. That's not what this is. And the thing about it is, right? The internet is giving you a layup. It's giving it to you. And here's the thing. Let's call it what it really is. There are certain white people in high places that don't know what culture really is. Because when people told them, no, man, culture, I know it looks demonstrative to you. That's natural to certain people, right? Mm-hmm. And with Sophie Cunningham came up in the WNBA basketball AAU culture. So there are things she's going to benefit from just from being in the building. Do you really think Cam Scatterboo got swag? No, he plays football, and it comes with the culture. It comes with what he's around. That's why when Drew Brees said that one time about, the whole Black Lives Matter movement and his grandfather being in the war, and Malcolm Jenkins told him to shut the F up, he didn't, hey, bro, don't get it twisted. You can say what you want, and it became a big storm. What's happening right now with the WNBA, you better promote these players, and you better promote them individually. And the WNBA, most of the NBA, we don't even know who the F these dudes are. But they got enough big stars: KD, Wemby, Brunson, SGA, LeBron. With the WNBA, they need to stop thinking people know these players. You need to stop. Don't do that now. Like people say, tell me 3 players not named, not named Audrey Wilson, not named, Caitlin Clark. You see what I'm saying? Like, not named Sophie Cunningham.
Exactly.
Because the part I don't understand is, ain't nobody gonna benefit from this. No, somebody's gonna. It won't be y'all. No, somebody's gonna. I mean,
like I said, the bootleggers are going to benefit.
They're afraid of controversy, but controversy sells tickets. Controversy gets listen, whether people love you or hate you, they're going to watch you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you learn that. I mean, that's just what it is. So they need, to your point, Steve, they need to jump on any viral moment that's going to help promote the league.
Anything that's going to stand up.
Now, there has been
a Troupe. Your president said it. Publicity is good. Even bad publicity is good publicity. You know what I'm saying? That came from your president.
Well, think about it, Marv. If you think about this, I mean, I know it's crazy. I don't know if it's happened yet. You walking around and somebody staring at you, and you like, what is staring at? And then they finally come and say, "You Marv on the mic, right?" Your whole demeanor switches. Oh yeah, because at first you're like, "What the hell are you staring at?" You getting noticed for what you're doing. The WNBA has the problem. Number one, you just stood up Dan Patrick. You stood him up. That's not good, because Dan Patrick gets stood up by the commissioner lady or the president lady. In her mind, Dan Patrick is not a big enough. What? That's somebody saying, no, I believe somebody told her that's Dan Patrick. She said, who was that? I just told you who it was. Type in first ever episodes of Sports Center when they got on, the company issue sport coats. That was Dan Patrick right there. He was a part of the original. So much that Dan Patrick had his own multimedia company. He got his own broadcasting school. And she was like, I mean, but he's old. No, he's seasoned. He's a classic. He's been around that long. And WNBA, we are fighting for y'all. We are on.
There was some controversial stuff this week, and utter nonsense in my opinion. It's one of the typical games where sometimes you get players that get calls, and then it goes down the other side of the court, and the lesser known player doesn't get that same call that just got called on the other end of the floor. Well, one of the coaches got an open mic situation, right? And after a loss, was getting down there to basically said that she's a protected species. To then the WNBA suspends her and demands that she makes an open apology about it. When it was basically being twisted as this was a racial kind of comment, not of she's a superstar. And she's, Angel Reese is getting the calls where my forwards or center on my side of the court isn't getting those same calls. Saying she's a protected species and making her serve a 1-game suspension and have to make a public apology is utter nonsense to me. This is that thing that Marvin was just talking about. And the WNBA keeps stepping in the same pile of nonsense over and over again over the last few seasons. Go ahead, Marvin.
So this is what I'll say. I think that there are many ways to clearly articulate how you feel about somebody, if you like him or if you don't. I think that when you use certain phrases or you use phrases that can be taken out of context easily, I think that's done intentionally to be sneaky. I think, and I also think, wasn't this coach, isn't she from overseas? Isn't she from somewhere else?
She's from Australia. She's from
Okay,
Australia.
so this could just be a cultural thing where she misspoke, but it also could be something that's, aligns with Australian culture that is racist. I don't know. But if you wanted to compliment her or praise her, Angel Reese, that is, you could have done that in a way that everybody easily understands. You know what I mean? So I think there is a little mystery as to what the hell she was talking about. But Steve, you know what it comes down to, man? The WNBA has a massive leadership problem, period. They have a massive leadership problem because they fumble everything. And the things that they should sweep under the rug, or the things that they should promote, or the things that they should they drop the ball on all that stuff, man. They don't understand the moment. Listen, let me ask you this, not to get off subject. What's bigger, women's college basketball or the WNBA? I would say women's college basketball. Yes. Exactly.
I agree. It absolutely is women's college basketball over the WNBA, and it's because of what you just said. It's because of leadership.
Massive leadership problem, whether it's good or bad. They don't know how to take advantage of the moment. They don't. Even if they are gonna promote this thing with Sophie, and they don't know how to take advantage of the moment and ride momentum and spin it. Again, that's a leadership issue. Mm-hmm. So that's how I feel about that, man. I don't know. This lady if she's a coach in the WNBA, then she's coaching.
And she was a player, 4 years ago.
So she's coaching majority black women. I don't know that it was racist. I think that could have been just cultural and her speaking in her native tongue. I'm being honest with you. I don't know. I don't assume everything is racist. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know it's out there. Racism is real. Believe that. Yeah. We ain't nobody running from that fact. Go ahead, Dan.
No, I'm gonna say. I know this wasn't racist. I know what protected species means, but here's the thing. Marv. We said this. Everybody can't say everything. Right. Meaning, if enough black women were saying this about other women, and she said it, because here's the thing. Sometimes there are people that think that Michael Jackson invented the moonwalk. He did. He perfected it. Right. He perfected it now, right? She means she's getting proverbial treatment out there, like they bias towards her. But once again, while you know what you mean, I got to know what you mean, right? I'm gonna keep saying this. My grandma would tell people, "Listen, go take that broken escalator and go to the right." She's saying, "Take the stairs." I know what she means.
And Marvin, when you Google it, the protected species thing, it says slang origin. Bondello, who is an Australian, explained the phrase is common in Australian sports slang to describe a star player or team that gets away with a physical play, receives lenient calls from officials.
Exactly. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. You ain't in Australia.
Exactly.
See, and mind you, I like what you just said, Marvin, too. I don't presume that everything is racist. Now, certain things are. Certain things are blatant. But here's the thing. Because racism now has blurred lines, because now people look at racism and say, that ain't racist. Yes, the hell it is. Even if you disagree. With this situation, if you want to, it's going to be harder for you to bring in your Australian culture to America. Just like if Angel Reese was in Australia, she's going to have to adjust to the cultures and the customs and the norms. Do I think a woman from Australia is going to come over here and be racist to a black athlete? No, not in the professional sense, but it's a learning experience for everybody. I just think that once again, instead of use the word species, use the words, she's a specimen of an athlete. Because we live in a world now that everything is up for interpretation, right? Everything is on a spectrum, which everything is not. It's just, I think it's more of a 2026 thing, and she's going to learn from it. Angel Reese, once again, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, it's the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark effect. Who did you say about? You know who never gets talked about a lot? in the WNBA, their best player. Roger Wilson's the best player in the WNBA. You hear more about Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and Angel Reese. They're the best player. And I like what you said about the leadership, Mom. It's like, y'all gonna have to get a handle on this thing, man. Because y'all were given a gold mine 3 years ago when Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and company come out. And y'all now players get $1 million contracts, shoe deals, new CPAs or whatever. Don't know what to do. When I catch nobody point. That Sophie Cunningham is more famous for pointing. That meme goes everywhere. That thing was.
Not even the next week. That weekend, she's at the UFC in the ring with Max Holloway doing the same thing. Because what is Max Holloway famous for? Pointing at the center of the mat, saying, "Let's square up for the last few seconds of this round."
Wasn't she a ring girl? Wasn't she like a ring girl?
Yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah.
They made her a ring girl the whole nine. Yeah,
And
Dana White has helped the WNBA more at this point in time than the WNBA has helped themselves.
I mean, think about it. Think about this. Somebody, once again, Marv's at an event. Somebody, who's that? I think his name Marvin Powell. Marvin Powell. And we copycat. I'm like, it's Marvin Powell. They say no. And somebody go, what is this Marvin Powell? Who's the guy right here saying Marvin Powell Hall of Fame? What does that mean? Oh, his dad. Somebody said, his dad. So next thing you know, they'll say, Marv walking out, hey, Marvin Powell Hall of Fame. Man, I appreciate that. You saw what he said? I'm telling you, man, use what God gives me. Take the layup, man. It's like, like I said, I don't think an Australian coach an Australian woman that's coaching the WNBA. What's the girl that came out of Connecticut? The Buckner girl. What's her name?
Paige.
Just when they asked Paige about Black women, listen to her response. She was like this. Yeah, man, the WNBA was built on Black women. It built on the back. And she don't stutter because she goes, and Paige is like, do you think I want to watch a whole league full of white women? No. Do you want to watch? Just think about this for a second. Do you want to watch it? This is no lie. Do you want to watch an NBA game with all white guys? No. Do you want to watch an NFL game with all white guys? No. You can ask white guys this. No, hell. No. No. But it doesn't mean that it's a Black thing. It's just if I came up, what's the first thing somebody say? This is crazy. Marv, you online, you see this white woman, she genuine. You know what they say? Oh, yeah, she got a Black boyfriend. Or she hung around Black. That's just what we're going to say. John B. got one son. Girl, it's all right. He been living off that son. Hey, he was and all I'm saying is when it comes to Black people, you cannot separate culture. And most of the time, if we feel that the culture or the people within it have been wronged, we're just gonna call it out. And we're gonna say, what you mean by that? And just tell me what you mean. I didn't say you was anything. With her though, she gonna be like, man, I get it. Because if I just grow up in Australia, I don't know what to say. I'm over there, I'm like, what? You don't know? If I'm in Buffalo, New York, eating chicken wings, I didn't know not to ask for ranch. They don't get what? Where you from? Georgia with ranch. You see, it's the culture thing. She'll learn from it. I'm like you. I'm not trying to beat the lady up. But the next time they ask you about Angel Reese, that's your do better, not a do over. You get a do better. WNBA hire Marvin Powell as y'all media, as y'all image consultant. Because y'all ain't getting it, bro. Y'all gonna miss this boat, and it's gonna go right back to what it was. People ain't coming to the games. People don't know nobody no more. It's like Skylar Diggins. Is she still in the WNBA?
Who? Yeah, I think so.
What's the one lady name? The one that was in Russia all that time in trouble.
Brittany Griner.
Brittany Griner. I mean, you don't even talk about these. Brittany Griner. I think she might play for the freaking Dream.
I think she did last season. I don't think she is this season. I think that's.
I just think, like I say, you're gonna miss this opportunity. When Nike said, "Let's go to basketball," who are we gonna get? Let's get this Jordan dude. But he want us to pay him per shoe. Yeah, but his mama said, just imagine they would have said no. Is Nike what it is now? You got to know it when it's there, man. And WNBA, you know how many little girls walk around pouring to people? Don't do that. The WNBA, man, get out, man. Come on, stop with the madness, man.
A few quick ones to try to wrap this one up. You know, ESPN doing it again. They're doing some mass layoffs, and you know, Ryan Clark was one of the bigger names of the recent rounds of firings, releasings, however you want to call that one. He's gonna land somewhere, but
wait, what'd you say, Steve?
Ryan Clark's done with ESPN. They let him go.
Oh my God.
Marv, did you hear
And that's what I'm saying. He's the biggest name out of all the ones that did, because this is what now their second rounds of firings this year.
Yeah, they said they fired him during the show. They fired him during the show.
Hey, corporate America is a cold-blooded joker, boy.
But check this out, though. Check this out.
Man, that's cold.
To everything now, you got a blueprint for like when it's over. Ryan Clark, they say, I think they say he's doing like the HBCU media days right now. We over there doing that. Shannon Sharp should be a cautionary tale of your backup plan, right? When you saying, now everybody can't do this. When people say, well, Ryan Clark, he wasn't that good at what he's done. That dude won 2 Emmys. NFL Live won 2 of them things, right? But when it comes to ESPN, I don't think you're gonna see no more. If you work for one show and you're not just a media person like a Stephen A, like that. I mean, they say he's been there for 11 years. That's a nice run, man. I didn't even know he was at ESPN that long. 11 years, started off doing other things. I mean, I think he still works for Showtime doing the Inside the NFL, because they only do that like once a week or something like that.
Yep.
But if you are Ryan Clark or anybody in his position, you should be utilizing all your exposure to be able to put something together. Because the pivot, say what you want, it's nice.
It is.
It's pretty good. But I think for Ryan, just like RG3, man, you start getting too big. Your personality they're gonna be like, hey, and I get it, man. You know, you ain't gonna like every single thing Ryan Clark says. I mean, if you got to speak for a living, you're gonna put your foot in your mouth. But when people say he wasn't even that good, no, he was good. Because
I mean, he does got wild takes from time to time.
Oh, yeah, he gonna.
But it's like one of those things where, like, doesn't everybody at this point in time?
But I will say this though. I will say this about these executives though, and I'm using not giving Emmanuel Acho love, but I'm gonna give him some love on this. When he said these executives are cowards, man, and how they do it. He said if you work at McDonald's and you fired, they're gonna say, "Come in, I want to talk to you," but you fired. Like, hey man, we're gonna have to let you go. We're not gonna let social media tell you. You leave. They said that when he was over there, when he was at Fox, he said when they let them go, he didn't like how they did it. He said, we did a show, and then when the show was over, rumors came out that they got rid of the factory or whatever. What? And one of the guys that was on the show, the receiver guy, the James guy that played for Green Bay, they said they fired them, didn't tell him. He left something at work, came back, and his key didn't work. Hey man, boop, boop. Like what the Jamal Adams, like it ain't working. And I'm like, let me tell y'all something. And maybe this because I'm not in corporate America. If I was, I wouldn't have them type of policies. If we got to move on, I'm gonna show you the respect of looking you in your face. I'm not gonna let you go to work and in between the segment, hey Ryan, come back for a second. Hey man, we gonna let you go. Oh, you gonna Jerry Maguire me? Oh, you gonna fire me during the show because you know I can't freak out. You know what I'm saying? Like show some. I mean, you don't got to show me some decency, but I would hope you would. But
yeah,
hey, man, Ryan Clark gonna bounce back, man, and like, I guarantee you. You know, I don't know what network nightcap on with Shay, Ocho, and Joe Johnson, but these podcast networks going to come together. And like I say, as they do, pretty soon, they're going to say, man, you Marvin and Steve just renegotiated. We don't talk about money. But yes, we did. We did renegotiate. That's why, Steven, you saw the package I sent, Fight Wax. I said, man, they had to wait on me.
He was pretty happy.
Let me send him a nice package, because guess what? You never know. People like, man, you guys will Fight Wax. We don't discuss numbers. But I saw Marv get off a nice jet the other day. Him and the missus, you know what I'm saying? And he will not discuss. Listen, he will not discuss. Now.
I just came across this. It makes sense now why they fired Ryan Clark. Because 2 hours beforehand, he said the Cowboys are Super Bowl contenders this coming season.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Hey,
look,
you know what?
Wish Ryan all the best. I said it as soon as I said he's going to land somewhere. He's going to be fine. Regardless if he's working college football, whatever, he's going to be fine. He's going to land somewhere. Now we were just
SEC Network. They probably. Hey yo, Ryan, come holler at us. You know what I'm saying? Plus,
right.
He's coming in, at least now, because of his resume, he has demands, meaning how many times a week y'all need me on TV? Because I got other stuff that I'm doing. Because I talked to Channing Crowder, man, about how they do their shows. He said they do them on the weekends and they be in and out of these airports. So, but like I say, if somebody gave me, and I'm not counting this money, but if I've been around for 11 years, making between, $500,000 to $2-3 million a year for 11 years, yeah, I got enough brains and just enough change to, to sit back, you know what I'm saying, and while I figure out my next move. So we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll
see. So they were talking to Jaden Daniels this week, and someone asked him if he had looked at his elbow injury from last season. He's basically said absolutely not, that he's actually traumatized from that. He won't watch it. He won't look at it. He doesn't want to watch the tape from that game. He does. It's basically one of those things. It's like burning. I don't ever want to see it again. It's social media. If he says it, he thinks that's he just scrolls right past it. He's just out of sight, out of mind thing. What are your thoughts on that one, Ben? Do you think that is that a good approach to have about it? I mean, wouldn't you want to not repeat your same mistake?
I can understand why he don't want to see it. I can understand because it was gruesome, man. It was nasty. You know what? Jaden Daniels' elbow was about as gruesome as Zach Ertz when he got hit. The way his leg, that's something that it just shows you. Man, defensive players in the NFL, they trying to F you up. I mean, they trying to. They went to the Marvin Powell school and people up.
That was fluky.
Yeah, it's no. What it shows you is what the human body can do, or what another human being can make your body do. And when it happened so fast, because when they stop, you go, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, because most people try to break their fall. With their arm, I'm like, that's next. And, so it's like that Willis McGahee 2002, when he was going up against Ohio State in the championship, when he blew up his knee, they kept showing it and showing it. And finally somebody said, stop showing it. Stop showing it on the big screen. So, yeah, don't look at it, youngin'. I agree with that, because the first thing the trainers want to do is say, you see right here, I don't want to see that, bro. I get it. Let's just get to the because I don't want to be reminded of what my body was looking like, man. I mean, because if it looked like that, I can imagine how it felt. I ain't trying.
Remember, he came back that same season. The Redskins made him came back and play another game that season.
Man, he's a. Let me tell the listening and viewing public something. Do you want athletes to be transparent? Okay. Do you want athletes to show vulnerability? Do you want them to show human sides? That's what he just did. Hey, man, I'm traumatized. Like, I don't want to see that. Because guess what? You know who really let him know how ugly it was? His mom, his family. Dude, bruh, when I saw it, you know how you got to say, Bro,
Yeah, all right, I don't want to hear about it no more.
You know what I'm saying? Because
What are you?
we ain't
What
talking
about
about
you,
a big
Marvin? What are your
dude.
thoughts on this one?
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah, the reason I wouldn't want it to be seen is just because football gets a bad rap, and let's be honest, man. This game ain't for everybody, man. The reality of these injuries is real. You know what I'm saying? And I've told kids all the time, man, nigga, you can go to school, do the step team, do the gospel choir, do something different, because this football is just a different life. I can understand him not want to look at that. You know what I'm saying? I think your mental state is everything as an elite competitor. You know what I mean? Your mental state is everything. And you just want to be, you want to have a healthy mind, positive mind. You want to envision yourself being healthy and doing, positive things out there. So I can understand that, man. The reality is he has to move on from that mentally. You know what I'm saying? Not just physically, but mentally. And seeing it repeatedly, I don't think builds confidence in him. So I get that. I get it completely. So, but yeah, that's the reality of what this game is, y'all. This ain't soccer. No offense. This ain't baseball. This is a game where the human body really wasn't made for. There's a reason why you lift all them weights. There's a reason why you got to put all them pads on. There's a reason why, what I'm saying, why they only play one game a week versus other sports that are playing 3-4 games a week, So I get it, man. And for him being the quarterback in a leadership position, I mean, your mind got to be right, man. So it was a gruesome injury. He's still a young player who's really trying to establish himself and build some kind of consistency and continuity. And you have to be able to move on from that. I don't see where repeatedly looking at it or looking at it at all helps him. So I get where he's coming from completely.
Now, 2 quick baseball ones. I want to run through this real quick. Now, a milestone was hit last night, and this player became one of only 2 shortstops in Major League Baseball history to reach this milestone. Can you guys think about this one? Right? So, Jimmy Rollins and Derek Jeter, one of only two shortstops prior to last night's game to have 200 home runs, 300 doubles, and 300 stolen bases. Can you guess the shortstop that passed that milestone last night?
200. How many stolen bases?
300.
Derek Jeter has 300 stolen bases?
Apparently, yes, sir.
There's another reason why I can't.
I don't know, man. You call it.
I mean, shortstops, though?
Yeah.
Is he on the Phillies?
It's Trey Turner. Trey
How about
Turner
He doing it like that?
has gotten himself into elite company
He
with
doing it like that?
Jimmy Rollins and Derek Jeter.
Hold on, let me see. 200
home
homers, 300 doubles.
300 doubles, 300 stolen bases. I didn't know that Trey Turner had 300 stolen bases, let alone Derek Jeter.
I mean, see, and so when they talk about the cat, hold on, let me just check something real quick. It ain't understood. Let me see. I always have to go to the only person I can brag on. Hold on. If I can pick it up real quick. Let's see. Yeah. At-bat home runs. He got home runs career. I don't know how many home runs. Let's see. I don't know how many home runs. Acuna, you got. Hold on. Career home runs. Okay, Acuna, you got 193 career home runs. Hold on. And I don't know how many double stolen bases. Stolen bases. Because he's gonna be in that club. Stolen bases. Career. I want to say because career stolen bases. Career. Trey Turner. That's doing it though, man. I mean,
I didn't know he was even in that conversation. Like that's just. I mean, I knew he was a very productive player,
right
and
now,
that's the reason why he gets paid. But I didn't know he was in that level already. It's like
Ronald Acuna Jr. right now has 193 career home runs. He has 220 career stolen bases. So he's gonna definitely be.
He on pace. He on pace.
But I will say, Trey Turner, just like Kyle Schwarber. Look, the NL East in me. I have to let that go sometimes when I'm listening to greatness. Because when it comes to the Phillies, when it comes to the Mets, you know what I'm saying? The Nationals, I get it. But Trey Turner, that's dope. Like, because we get lost sometimes, don't we, Steven? In like what's going on in baseball. Somebody goes, "Wait, what?
Yeah.
You doing it like that?"
Yeah.
Okay. And there are a lot of ways to make it to the Hall of Fame, people. Home runs.
I'm gonna just say it like this. I like the fact that Jimmy Rollins is on that list and he's not in the Hall of Fame yet.
You know what I'm saying? So I will say this: Derek Jeter. Look, I know I can't. I know the evil empire is the New York Yankees. They are, but Derek Jeter is. I didn't know that he was doing it like that. Like I know Clutch, the captain, World Series, Golden Glove. So got it. Dang, man, over 300 stolen things. Yep. Okay, Derek Jeter.
One last one on baseball. I know we're just a little bit over the 2-hour mark here, but just want to kind of squeeze this one in. Technically, I still got 3 more, but anyways. Over the past few seasons, we've seen this whole micromanaging of the pitch count thing go to a point where you have a pitcher who's got a no-no through 6+, 6 2/3 or whatever, and gets yanked from the game. From 1901 to 2015, it never happened. In 115 years, no pitcher has ever been pulled, right? From 2016 to 2025, it happened 3 times in 10 years. Last week, it happened 4 times. 4 times. I get it, like, keeping an eye on pitchers going way above their pitch count. But it's like the golden rule in some sports. Like, you don't mess with a pitcher when they got a no-no going. That's why the rest of the players go on the other side of the dugout the whole night. There's a reason for that. Do you think the analytical side of it in this aspect is going too far and is hurting some parts of the game? Ben, start with you on this one.
So what I would say to that, Steve, is, again, what does it always come down to in life, in business? The money, right? And when you look at what these guys are getting paid, and you look at the reality of how it impacts a team when a high-priced pitcher is out, misses his spot in the rotation. I think these are organizations making business decisions. And probably based on analytics and what the numbers say. And there was a time when it was normal to start the game with the intention to finish the game, right? As the pitcher, right? But we've gotten way off from that. That's not even a thing anymore. That we don't even talk about that anymore, right? So I think this has more to do with the business side and making sure that these investments that these teams are making are there to start games that they're supposed to start in the rotation. I think what it comes down to is just, player availability, which is the best ability. And I think that's what we're talking about here. I think that's really where this is going.
Ben.
Yeah, that's always going to be the biggest question when you start talking about pitch count. I do think I understand where it's trying to help the game, but it hurts the game from this standpoint. You ain't going to have as many aces anymore like you used to. Oh, but that's the ace. And starting pitchers, they pitch every 5 days. Like, they don't, and I get it. It's easy for me to say that you're trying to, but what hurts it is when you talk about the no-hitters, which is about as rare as it gets in sports, he's getting pulled. You already pulling your starter in the 5th inning? Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, I got to go to the dugout in the 5th. Mine. But the game gets real interesting from the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th inning. Yeah. And what do the pitchers have to say about it? Like, I don't like it when you ain't asking starting pitchers hey man, I'm a pitcher. Like, my goal was to make it to the bigs, and now I'm getting pulled. Hey, he's having a great game. Hey, coach, what? He's at 90 pitches. Really? Yeah, so we got to kind of think about it.
I'll tell you this much. I know that some of the pitchers are getting upset about this. Zach Wheeler didn't talk to Don Mattingly for 5 days because he yanked him early, right before the All-Star game. His second to last start before the All-Star game, Don yanked him, and he went right to the media and was just like letting them have it. So the media asked, like, have you talked to Zach? No, he's like, hell no, I ain't talked to Zach. He's like, he's hot. I gotta let him cool down first. Then I'll talk to him, a day or two before he goes start and kind of explain to him where I was thinking, where I was going with it, and why I pulled him. Until then, he can say whatever he wants. One, you want your starting pitcher to be pissed off, right? Take that into your next start. Take that out on the first handful of hitters you see in your next start. But to Marvin's point, to your point, the business side of it does take effect when you're paying these guys, $25 million, $30 million a year to be your anchor on that pitching staff. And when you're not there, there's a huge hole that can't be filled, especially when you're an ace like a level like a Zach Wheeler. Shohei's now not only missed the All-Star game, but missing pitching starts because he's nicked up too. And it's the brutal haul of a 162 game baseball season. So it's something that you have to be mindful of, but at the same time, like, unless they're in trouble or if they're they've been overworked recently, I don't get it. I don't. But just part of the game of baseball we're gonna have to deal with. Again, I know we're a little over. As we get ready to wrap this one up, how I always end this one off. Final thoughts, parting shots. Start off with Marvin.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you've completely ruined the opportunity for LeBron James to really go to Philadelphia with that false announcement, putting out that energy, putting out those vibrations, but speaking life into something that didn't happen. I'm telling you right now, I believe in the spiritual world. I'm not religious, but I believe in the spiritual world, the energy and vibes. And man, for anybody who was watching this and saw that segment, you messed with me.
I need to make sure I keep away from those things.
It will never happen again. He is definitely not going to Philly. It's because of what you did.
I hope not. That's how I already said I didn't. I'm not a LeBron hater. I'm a realist when it comes to this. Come on, Marvin. You've been on here for how long? You think I'm a LeBron hater? I give him his respect. I give him his due.
This is what I'm going to say to that. Anybody who says that I don't want LeBron on my team or he can't help us, and I'm saying this in general, to me, that's hate. If you saw this man play last year in year 20, whatever it is, that dude is nothing but a killer out there when he wants to be. You know what I'm saying? So he can help. Every single organization can use LeBron James. Every single one of them. All right. But no, you messed it up for Philly, though. They had a shot.
I put a jinx on him. My bad, Philly. My bad. Listen, I would be a fool if I sat there and said LeBron James wouldn't be able to help this team. I don't want to sign up for the extra circus around it. And the Philadelphia media, you think they run down Jalen Hurts? They would absolutely eviscerate LeBron James on a consistent basis, where he literally might be fighting with 97.5 and WIP guys just because they talking crazy out their mouth and they don't know what they're saying. That's the circus I don't want to sign up for, and it's because of the circus we bring upon ourselves sometimes. I don't want that for LeBron. I want him to have a legitimate, where he's loved retirement tour, where people give him the love and respect he deserves, because he's given us over 20 years of amazing basketball, regardless you love him, hate him, or indifferent. So if he's here, great. If he goes to Miami, Cleveland, Golden State, Minnesota, wherever he winds up, wherever he decides that's where he's gonna do his farewell tour, whether it's a season, 2 seasons, whatever. I'll be happy for him. It's one of these things where I'm with everyone else. I don't like the whole theatrics around it, but that's who LeBron James is. That's how his brand is, and that's how he gets the most out of it. He's the number 3 most sold jersey in the United States, regardless of the sport. So that just says enough as it is, and Marvin's right. When he's gone, there's going to be a humongous size hole to fill that no one's going to be able to fill for some time.
If you are a Miami Heat fan, if you are a Cleveland Cavs fan, all y'all that was burning y'all jerseys, ooh, you wish you had that jersey now, don't you? You was burning them, now you wish you had them. Listen. Recently, I got pulled over for speeding. When the guy came up to my car, he was like, "Why were you going so fast?" I said, "Marvin Harrison for Hall of Fame." He left me alone.
That's right, my friend. And we'll get into a Hall of Fame question next week. But until then, my friends, appreciate everyone for tuning in. Appreciate Eddie always in the chat, giving us something to talk about, something to laugh about. We will be back next week. Same time, same channel, probably. And other than that, I'm Steve. That's Ben. That's Marvin. This was another episode of The Fan in the End. We will see you guys on the rebound.